Allora, questo l'abbiamo già visto. Premi premuto Shift. Allora, premendo spazio attiverai il sesto senso di Sherlock, che ti mostrerà un indizio non ancora scoperto. Ora puoi cercare altri indizi nella stanza.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Vabbè, ma grazie. Sì, però
Not very well kept,
okay,
this aquarium. I can see a dead fish floating on the surface.
E non lo può prendere?
Not very well.
Che vuol dire quel nome?
Not very well kept. Not very well.
Aspetta. Ah no, forse perché ci sono più di uno.
A candle. It must have fallen from the chandelier.
Ci sarà stata qualcosa è stato lanciato?
These documents are not very interesting, even though they're addressed to the Minister of Maritime Affairs.
The Marquis himself.
Allora, per me per adesso rimane l'indizio forse più decisivo, la manina nell'eco, e quindi probabilmente qui c'era un bambino. Magari questo bambino può aver giocato col pesce e fatto qualche marachella, ma
This draft screen makes an ideal hiding place.
As the theft was committed at night, I conclude that the thief hid himself behind the draft screen and waited until he was alone in the room.
Però qui ok, qua c'è qualcosa.
Strange. There aren't any prints. Yet I'm sure that the thief hid here.
Qualcosa è stato bruciato qui.
Strange. There are some objects here that have been knocked over.
Questo è il sintomo sicuramente di una
The fire started here, just beneath the bell pull.
Whoever pulled the cord would have had his feet in the fire, unless it was pulled before the fire started. Heading towards his chosen escape route, probably the window, the thief knocked over the stool, which then caught fire.
But why didn't he try to put the fire out at once?
Infatti, perché?
Footprints! You are not going to get on your knees to examine them.
There is no need. It is soot. The servants must have trodden in it while they were putting out the fire.
Quindi, secondo me, il bambino di qui sopra.
The chest wasn't opened. The necklace wasn't in it.
Ok. C'è anche un metronomo.
All the windows are locked. They've not been forced.
Vabbè, quella è proprio pignoleria. Secondo me si tratta di un bambino. Aspetta.
What do you think, Holmes?
Let us search the room before the police get here. We might throw some light onto all this. Strange. There aren't...
No, forse... c'è, questa c'è, questa c'è, qua niente, questi due li abbiamo visti. Secondo me questo bambino ha fatto un casino, cioè questo bambino ha fatto un casino, forse vabbè, non capisco sinceramente questa mano piccola, forse di donna o di bambino, però.
When the servants arrived at the door, having been alerted by the bell, they saw evidence of the theft and the fire, but they didn't see the thief.
This door is very hard to force. The Marquis is the only person to have the key. The thief could not get out through here until eventually, when the door was opened by the servants.
Infatti.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you're already here.
Good morning, Inspector. You've arrived just in time.
Scotland Yard arrives like the cavalry, always in the nick of time. Ah, but I know that satisfied expression, Mr. Holmes. Have you already solved the case?
It's possible.
We have retraced the thief's rather unusual footsteps. He is a true acrobat. But what I cannot understand is that when the servants entered the room, there was no one to be seen. An acrobat, perhaps, but an invisible one? I do not think so.
The only explanation is that the thief escaped before the servants arrived. I don't know how, but there is no other way.
Half a point for the doctor, nil for the inspector.
I am pleased to see that you find the situation amusing, Mr. Holmes. Very well then, explain.
Dr. Watson was correct when he mentioned acrobatics, but he is mistaken about the nature of the acrobat. As for you, Baines, you're quite incorrect, as the thief was in the room when the servants entered.
Explain, for heaven's sake, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, how could a thief be missed in the middle of 8 men?
I don't know, because he is very small.
Lampadario.
Stop teasing us, Holmes.
Exactly, because he is small
Piccolo,
and remarkably
anatomicamente
agile.
You're thinking of a monkey?
And a trained monkey at that, without a doubt, a Leontopicus rosalia from Central America. The animal had been hidden inside the room for several hours, calmly awaiting the signal from his master. Once night had fallen and the room was empty, a high-frequency whistle alerted the monkey that it was time to begin the procedure for which he had been trained. The monkey emerged from his hiding place and used the point of a diamond to open the glass cabinet and steal the necklace. He headed across to the window by the chimney, but knocked over the stool, which in turn knocked aside the fire guard and started the fire. The frightened monkey jumped from the chimney by swinging from the bell pull, thus alerting the house servants. He then went to the window and began to use his diamond to cut a hole, but was interrupted by the staff trying to gain entry via the door, and he panicked again. He ran across the piano, scattering the music scores onto the floor, before hiding inside the chandelier, knocking over a candle. Finally, the servants and the Marquis entered the room, leaving the door open while they put out the fire. It was during the confusion that our agile little thief made his escape through the doorway. As simple as that.
A brilliant explanation. Bravo, Holmes.
And the necklace?
I can see it from here, my friends. It's right in front of us.
We have searched the room from top to bottom, Holmes. How were we unable to find it?
Because we paid insufficient attention to the only victim of this affair.
What victim? No one is dead?
Yes, Watson, a poor goldfish whose destiny was to die, crushed by one of the most precious necklaces in England.
The aquarium is just beneath the chandelier. I understand.
The little monkey had likely hung the necklace around its neck and lost it when he leapt from the chandelier. The jewels fell into the aquarium, where they remain now.
Vabbè, questa era chiaramente un
Marquis,
caso
here is your
fatto
necklace,
apposta.
intact,
Prendi
just a little
testa.
wet.
Oddio, cos'è il marchese?
Mr. Holmes,
Che
this
schifo.
brilliant demonstration does credit to your reputation.
Thank you so much, Marquis. Do you wish to verify the authenticity of your jewel?
No, I recognize it. I have spent many hours admiring it, you know.
Good. I will return it to its box and...
Inspector, a bank has just been held up. You must follow me at once. Orders of Scotland Yard.
What times?
Sirs, duty calls. My regards, Marquis. And well done again, Mr. Holmes.
There, the necklace is in its box. We've lost enough time here. Let's go home, Watson.
Ah, very well, as you wish. A good day to you, Marquis.
With pleasure, gentlemen. And once again, thank you.
Ok. Mi sa che qui possiamo anche chiudere il gameplay.
This morning's newspaper. Holmes, have you read this article about you?
No, Watson, not yet, and I won't have time to.
Read it before you leave. It's outrageous.
If you insist.
Allora, con questo nuovo caso si chiude il nostro primo gameplay su questo Sherlock Holmes. Questa era sicuramente, diciamo così, solo soltanto il tutorial su come giocare, e devo dire che mi è piaciuto molto questo gioco, questo gioco, e lo continuerò sicuramente nelle prossime settimane. Con questo è tutto, alla prossima e un saluto da Warrior 85. Ciao!